Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Wildflower Wills Knitting Channel. It is New Start Monday Knits here, which means that I am casting on a brand new project tonight. And it is something that you voted for. So we will chit chat about that. I've got the yarn that you guys were voting on. I have got a couple projects here and two different stories that I have to tell you related to my knitting this week. So grab your knitting, grab a drink, get nice and comfy, and we're going to sit down here and we're going to chit chat for an hour. And Sally's got Christmas trees in the comment. I know. Hey, Sally, did you vote for Christmas yarn? Hi, Alice. Hello, Nikki. Hi, Liz. So, okay, let's just start in right off about the yarn that we were voting on today. I woke up this morning and I thought, okay, it's Monday. I get to start a brand new project. What do I want to knit besides Izzy dolls? And I thought, you know what? I think I need to do a hat. So I came up here to the yarn room and I took a little look around to see what I had and like literally what was kind of the first couple balls within arm's reach. Probably went through about five, picked up 5 or 6 balls and decided on these two. So this is Christmas yarn. It is balls of yarn that I got from Michaels. The last time I was in Michaels, I did not see any of this Christmas colorway on the shelves yet. You would think it would be, or maybe it's already been sold out by now. I'm not sure. But this is their Craft Smart. So what does that say? Value Jacquard and Holly. No, what is it? Ivy and Cranberries. Ivy and Cranberries is the colorway. I bought a number of balls of this last Christmas or the Christmas before, and I knit some hats with it then. And I gave some to my son, my son-in-law. Not sure if my daughter got one or not, but I do not have one. Scarlett does not have one. Scarlett does not have one. I wasn't even thinking about a Scarlett sized hat for my granddaughter. There should be lots of yarn in here. So if the Christmas yarn got picked, this could be a hat for myself and Scarlett. Oh my goodness, I could have matching grandma and grandbaby hats. Then that looks super cute. So this was one I thought, okay, I would be super excited to knit with this. Then I looked around for something else to vote against it, and I saw this ball that is kind of falling apart now, but look at this. It is so soft, so super thick. It is Universal Yarns Bee Wool. I would like their tagline on the front. It says, knit, relax, smile, repeat. So look at that. Isn't that lovely? It feels really soft. So let's take a look at the ball band here. Oh, okay, let's backtrack. This came from Michaels. It's 100% acrylic. I can tell you that without even looking at the ball band. It is worsted weight, and they say, interestingly enough, they say a 5.5 millimeter needle. I think that sounds a little bit big, and they're saying 17 stitches in a gauge swatch over 4 inches. I don't think I remember this knitting up, like, thinking it felt like that's like an Aran weight. Um, I don't know. I'll probably do 4.5, maybe a 5. I will not go 5.5 because I'm a loose knitter. This yarn here is oh, interesting. So, okay, so this is a little misleading here. So it says bee wool on here. And I was thinking that this was 100% wool. That's why it feels so soft because it's not. It's 60% acrylic, 40% wool. Interesting. And I can't. Okay, I just literally did a double take here. As I was looking here, I was looking at the yeah, 60 acrylic, 40 wool. And then I just looked at here and literally did a double take. You know what the name of this yarn is? I didn't even look at this before. So it's just like a cream, off white. And it's yogurt. I love that. I did not know that when I bought it. I did not know that when I picked it up this morning. But yogurt. I love that name. I would buy this again just because it has such a fun name. It's a wannabe wool. I know, exactly. Isn't that funny? Okay, so let's see what else says on this ball band that apparently I did not read when I bought it. It's 7 ounces and 200 grams, 94 yards, 86 meters. Super bulky. So there's not a lot of yardage on here because it is so bulky. So it says knit is 7 stitches for 4 inches, and the crochet gauge is 5 single crochet in 4 inches. It does say machine wash, and the color name is yogurt. Okay, does that not sound super fun? Yogurt. I like that a lot. Can't say as I've ever come across yarn that has the name yogurt. So bee wool. Yes, I guess it wants to be wool. Anyways, it is a cute name, isn't it? Somebody was on the ball thinking about that one. So these were the two. And I thought, okay, hats. You guys had lots of good comments when you were voting. We had 126 votes tonight, which is a good number for our little podcast here. And some people, of course, were saying, gotta vote super bulky because then there's a chance you will get it finished. You are not wrong in saying that. You are not wrong. Um, um, what else? Oh, so a couple of other people said, of course, it's a neutral color, can wear it with anything, can wear it all season, where obviously this is limited to the next, what, 56 days or something. Maybe the week after into New Year's, you could probably still wear the Christmas hat, right? But yeah, so this could definitely be an all year long hat. This could be a gift hat. Somebody had the fantastic idea, do the super bulky hat so I can get it done, ideally this week, and put a Christmas colored pom pom on top of it. I like that idea. What else? And then of course there was comments for this one saying Christmas, always Christmas, do the Christmas, tis the season. And um somebody also commented that said that I could also hold this double for a faster knit, which it could be done. I don't think I will, but it could be done. I do like the idea though of making a matching hat for my granddaughter. Yes, I love that. We need to have matching hats, don't we? Anyways, that is a possibility too. So, the winner of this week's cast on voting. So I said there was 126 votes. It was pretty close. As I was going through between Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube, Instagram stories, all the places, it was going pretty much back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was a vote for Christmas, a vote for bulky, a vote for Christmas, vote for bulky. Then it was a couple for Christmas, couple more for bulky. And honestly, as I was putting the ticks down, it was close. I could not call it. I had to actually add them up yet. Again, the last few weeks have been pretty close. So the winning yarn was 54% of the votes. So it was pretty close. Um, oh, Liz is giving us the drum roll. So I will tell you the yarn that I am going to cast on tonight, or as soon as I find a 16-inch needle for this hat. Okay, is it going to be the wannabe wool or the Christmas yarn? Okay, without further ado, hello Nancy. The yarn that I am casting on for this week's project is, insert your own drum roll right here, Christmas yarn. Christmas. It was close, you guys. I don't know which one. I really wanted to do both. I mean, I definitely wanted to do a Christmas hat for sure. Um, but I really like this bulky wool. And to be honest, I cannot remember where I bought this. I'm like really drawing a blank. I know the yarn shop in St. Mary's carries this yarn, and I've bought some other yarn there. I don't know if I bought this. Alice says you can do both. Possibly could. 2 hats in a week should be doable. Who knows? Maybe one day I will surprise you guys and totally do that. But definitely this one is being cast on. So I'm going to try to find a 16-inch needle, probably a 4.5, because if anything, I would like my hat to be a little tighter just so the wind doesn't blow through it. And of course, with pretty variegated yarn like this, it'll just be plain Jane hat, some ribbing, stockinette, pom pom, possibly. Maybe a pom pom? Maybe. So, um, that's it. Christmas. And so, yeah, and somebody else had commented exactly what I was thinking. I thought if the Christmas yarn wins, then I will have a lovely set of Christmas knits. Yes, Nancy, this is worsted. So I will have a hat. I will have a shawl, the thing that goes around your neck. I will have a Christmas shawl, which is right here. I don't think I knit anything on it this week, but I can show it to you just because it's pretty. It was the sparkly, it is the sparkly sock yarn from Mary Maxim. And here it is, just a garter stitch asymmetrical shawl. Yarn over deep increases here all along this edge. And so it's striping up really nice now, but obviously as it gets bigger, the stripes are going to get narrower. And that's fine. I know it's not going to be the same throughout, but it'll just be pretty no matter what it is. So this almost matches. Sure, it almost matches, doesn't it? It really, truly almost does. And so I will be decked out a hat, a shawl, and then I will eventually have a pair of socks, pair of Christmas socks. And okay. So these I actually did do a little bit on. I can't remember. Does anybody remember where I was with the socks last week? Um, was I doing the heel flap? Had I turned the heel? I'm not entirely sure how far I was when we chatted last on these socks. Okay, I have got a mess here. Um, that's right. Nikki says, sure, it all works. It's Christmas. It goes. Exactly. And Christmas is just all about the fun, the joy, and how much more fun is it going to bring when you have a mismatched matching set of Christmas yarns, right? But really, okay, what in the world did I do here? How many ways can your working yarn be wrapped around needles? Holy moly. Okay, as I work at untangling this. So, where I'm at here is I have got a lovely heel flap done. I have turned the heel and I have, as you can see, picked up stitches and I am back in the round, ready to start my first round of decreases. Okay, there we go. Untangled. There we go. So I'm all set. I've got one, two, I should have needles, 4 needles. This is number 5 needle. So I'm just ready to start some decreases and then onto the foot. So it is a little bit, well, maybe more than a little bit, all Christmas yarns right now, which is fun. It is a lot of fun. So that's what I'm going to work on. So this, a little bit on the shawl and the hat. Those are all projects for this week. Um, what else did I do this week? So I've got 2 things that well, what should I show you next? What should I show you next? We'll do this next. Izzy dolls. You guys, Izzy dolls. Oh, I found my little box here that's just sits up here looking pretty. I decided to put it into action here, and it has all of my Izzy doll, well, not all the cotton that I have kind of collected over the weekend. I was at the Thoughtful Artisan in Woodstock this weekend teaching a sock knitting class. And when I came home with a basket full of these little balls. Can you read that? Probably not because it's pretty shiny. Bercorium, DK 100% cotton. So these are the little balls. You've probably seen them at different yarn shops. They have usually they have like a nice cute little display with these, and these are for the oh no, I just lost the word again. Amigurumi? Is that it? You know what I mean. The little crocheted toys and stuff, right? So I was taking a look and had them all set out in this really pretty basket, all the different colors. Sorry. And I was deciding what I needed for my Izzy dolls. So there's a bunch of colors in here. Oh, hi, Sherry. So she says this stuff is really nice to work with. And you know what? It is. I was a little, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it as much as doing the Patton's Grace, but I really do. So I picked out, I think I came home with 3 balls of the white because you guys know I'm doing snowmen right now. And then I'm going to do gingerbread people out of this. This was the darkest shade of brown that she had, and then put a little bit of white trim on it for the gingerbread people. I've got 2 of the light beige colors to do bunnies with. And then I think I decided that I was going to do the little sweater that the bunny has, this bluey aqua color. And then I got red just because it's Christmas and thought that this would be good to do like a scarf. And what else did I get? Oh, I think this brown was also going to be like the skin color on like the boy dolls and the girl dolls. I think that was going to do double duty there. And she didn't have like a really dark, like chocolatey brown for hair. So I got black. So this is, I'm going to use that for hair color and little shoe or boot colors. And then the eyes and the buttons on the snowmen. And what did I get? This little kind of peachy colored for like noses. Some of the noses were done kind of in a pinky color. So I picked up that. Was that it? So maybe that was all those colors. I should have got more colors, but I didn't. But this is a good start. I can always go back and get more. Um, and I've got some done. So you guys all know I was planning to do one a day. We all know that that might have been a little bit of a stretch to realistically get done. And it was a stretch. And I'm a little behind, which is going to be not a surprise to anyone, I am sure. Amigurumi. Thank you, Susanna. It's one of those words I can say in my head. And then as soon as I try to get the words out of my mouth, the M and the R's and the G, I get them. I'm like, where does that R go? Anyways, amigurumi. Yes, 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 yes. So, hi, Cindy. Um, anyway, so I do have some done though. And I have a story. I told this on Saturday, so probably most of you heard my story, which is kind of an excuse story why I'm behind. But look at this. So there is the start of a snowman with a little red hat and a little red scarf. Here's another one with its matching red scarf. These ones here, it says, I love your stories. I'm so glad. These ones here are done in worsted weight out of some Patton's Canadiana that I just had some white left over. The red, it was totally a leftover. It might have been Red Heart Super Saver something or other. And I knit these. This one here I actually did flat to seam up. I just thought, I don't know why. I just thought I'm going to try it flat, see if I like it. Well, it was fine. but all the rest I've knit in the round. So this guy here is knit in the round. So 2 out of the acrylic. The acrylic's okay, not my most favorite, but I thought I had the white in my stash, I could use it up. So that's why I went with that. So I had these 1.5 of these done, and Friday night, I was settled all in, and I thought, "Okay, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna knit a couple." They take, oh, probably an hour. Um, Liz is saying maybe 1 a day was a stretch. Yeah, okay, but I'm still saying 30-ish, close to 30 by the end of the month. So I may have to use Sundays to be a catch-up day, which was my plan, but that still didn't happen this week. So I have to do a little more catching up this week, but I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Friday night I was all set. I was literally all set. I had dinner ready to go in the oven. I had my Christmas movies queued up. I was going to sit and knit, and my daughter calls. And so, like I said, some of you have heard this story, so bear with me. I'm going to repeat it again. And she asked me, she's like, "Mom, how quickly can you knit a baby hat?" And she had a friend who was expecting a baby in February, and the baby arrived early, 24 weeks. She's a pound and a half. And Anita wanted to drop off some baby hats to for mom to take up to the hospital. So I had no idea how big or tiny these little hats needed to be. So I did a quick Google search. Anita had told me that she weighed 2 pounds, but she actually is only a pound and a half. And so I did one super tiny, tiny, tiny little hat. And I ended up doing 3 baby hats on Friday night and Saturday morning. So Anita, it's Friday night. She's like, "How quick can you do a baby hat?" And I'm like, "Well, quick. They're tiny, right? I can do one quickly." And I said, "When do you need them?" I'm thinking maybe she wanted them, in a week, like next weekend. And she's like, "Well, can I pick it up tomorrow morning?" I'm like, "Yes, you can." So I immediately looked around, and literally, as I was sitting on the couch in the living room, on the dining room table, there was this pink ball of Patton's Grace. And then I looked, over to the other side where there was the side table, and I'm like, "Oh, there's a light gray Grace." So I thought I literally didn't even have to get off the couch to find the yarn for Baby Hat, you guys. I don't know if that's good or bad, but anyways, I had the yarn literally within arm's reach. So I knit 3 little baby hats. And Anita came and picked them up and delivered them to the hospital for this little sweetheart that surprised everybody and came 4 months early. So anyway, so hopefully the hats, I knit them with lots of love and strength for this little one to pull through. So anyways, that took my Friday night knitting. And but what I realized as I was knitting those baby hats, and then I found another ball of the pink. I really liked knitting the baby hats out of this Grace. So this is a DK yarn. It's 100% acrylic. It knits up really, really nice. It made like beautiful little baby hats. And I thought these will make perfect Izzy dolls. So that was my plan. I thought, okay, I'm going to ditch this acrylic because it's fine, right? Like it's fine. It could be washable. It's durable. It's whatever. But this will knit up a whole lot nicer. So then my plan was, I thought, okay, I'm gonna switch gears. I'm gonna knit all my Izzy dolls out of cotton. And then of course I immediately formulated a plan that I needed to go to Michael's and buy one of every color, which I did not do, but that's why I bought these little guys instead. And when I picked these up, I thought, okay, it doesn't have the feel because this is like a mercerized cotton, so it has that silkiness to it. These don't. But I started knitting with these, and these are really, really nice. So Sherry had said that back in the comment a little while ago that this yarn, this Ricorium, I'm not saying that right, but Rick or Ricoramai. Okay, this stuff. Actually, I did do a little one here out of this little guy. I did this little one with the blue, and it does knit up lovely. So, I'm really, really happy with that. So, I got a little bit back on track. I did another snowman, his little scarf. These guys are gonna be so cute. So, these are truly mini. The pattern that I'm using is the mini snow buddies? Maybe that's it. Um, this snowman one is a free pattern, and they knit up really cute, but they are really, really tiny. They are really tiny compared to the DK versus the worsted weight. And I'm knitting them on the same size needle. I knit both of them on a 3.25 millimeter needle. So, anyways, what do I have for Izzy dolls? I have two acrylic. I have a little one with blue, and I have another one almost finished with a pink hat. So this one here. And surprisingly enough, I'm doing them all on Magic Loop. I think one I did on DPNs, but the rest I've been doing on Magic Loop. So this one here is almost done. And the plan is for this week, I think I'm going to do the bunny. I think I'm going to knit some of the bunnies and then go back and do some of the snowmen because the snowmen are really cute. So what is that? One, two, is that only four? Uh-oh. Today's the 6th, isn't it? So, okay, so we won't count today's because today's technically I would start tonight as soon as we're done chatting. So it doesn't count yet. So, and we'll pretend that this one will be done because it'll be done in like 10 minutes. And then I'll have 4 done. So I just really need to do yesterday's. So if I do 2 tonight, I will be completely caught up. And they take about an hour and a half to knit, and then you just have to stuff them, and maybe even only an hour to knit. So, like 2 hours, I think I said Saturday, 2 hours to do one. I think 2 hours would do one kind of start to finish. You could stuff it, you could do the embroidery, and then the little stitching for the legs and the arms. And I think 2 hours um, you may even have a little bit of time left over. So that is my Izzy dolls. But I have another story about the Izzy dolls, you guys. Nancy, did I see? I saw Nancy in here, didn't I? Um, and wait a sec. Okay, and yes, yes. Okay, so all right. And yes, Anne's calling me out here. Yes. Okay, so just because I get them knit, I won't be quite on track. Yes, they need to be stuffed and they need eyes. But that won't take long. That won't take long. And I'll be yeah, one of these days I'll actually show you a finished one. Um, but it's coming. So as long as I get them knit, then the rest of it won't take too much longer. I'm hoping. Hi, Catherine. How are your Easy Dolls coming? You were doing the unicorn, weren't you? Um, okay, so the Izzy doll. So what I was going to say is Nancy, Nancy, Mahan sent me a message tonight. And I thought, what perfect timing is this? So you guys all know, right? So the Izzy dolls, I like seem to be obsessed with these Izzy dolls lately. And it is the challenge for November for the Fiber Friends. And we picked them because I can't remember who it was. Somebody, I think I'm not sure if it was on a Monday night or a Saturday in the Fiber Friends, had mentioned an Izzy doll. And then we went and we looked at them and we like fell in love with them. I thought, okay, we need to do this as a challenge. And then immediately I start thinking about all the ways that we can give them. And I feel like I can be Mrs. Claus and I want to have them in my purse and then just hand them out to any little people that I see, throughout the month of December. And Anyways, Nancy sent um, me this article, a news article about the Izzy dolls. Okay, Catherine says she's on track with the one a day. I knit during the week and stuff on the weekend. Okay. See, that's what I'm trying to do that too. Um I just get behind a little bit. I know, Anne. That's okay. You can tease me. I mean, I set myself up for it. So it's okay. I can take teasing because oh, I know you don't take candy from strangers. I know. But um I know. Well, maybe I'll give them to the parents. I don't know. I just feel like I just want to hand out these dolls and just make somebody happy. Catherine says she's going to donate hers to charity. Yes. Um, yes, I know Nancy. That's what I thought. I went back and I looked and I thought, nope, different Nancy. Um, yes, I know. I want to donate some of mine too. I'll see how many I get done. But I thought I would take some to like the women's shelter here because I thought, how wouldn't that be wonderful getting a little basket of dolls in December that they could hand out to the kids that are there. And so we'll see how many I actually get done. So Nancy, a different Nancy, sent me this article tonight and so what she said here, she said, a friend passed this news article on to me about Izzy dolls. It might just be the inspiration some of your followers need. And let's take a look at this. Um, oh, Diane, yes, I know. I did think about that. Give one to the new preemie. I know. I just may do that. She needs like a little angel doll, I think. So this here, I don't know if there's a date on here when this news article. Oh, today. Today. It says CTV National News reporter published November 6th, 2023. So I thought this is perfect with Remembrance Day coming up this weekend. So this article was for like a CTV News, which is a local news station. So this must be like a digital copy or something that they had on their website. So they have a basket of dolls here. And so what it says is it's titled Threads of hold on, I'm gonna have a drink quick. Sorry, before I read this. Okay. So it's called Threads of Love: How Knitters Are Bringing Comfort to Children in War Zones. So I'll read a little bit and then maybe I can just give you a brief rundown of it. So it says in a small church about an hour away from Ottawa. So Ottawa is in the same province that we are in, but they are about 8 hours away from us. A community of knitters is working to keep the memory of one Canadian War veteran alive. Sitting at a table covered in colorful balls of yarn, Shirley O'Connell picks up her needle and thread and begins working on the feet of another Izzy doll. Um, since 2005, she has made thousands of the tiny dolls named after Master Corporal Mark Isfelt. And so, um, so then it goes on to say that these she's knitting these dolls for the veteran's mother. The mother passed away in 2007, and she says the night before Carol passed away, she had her husband Brian contact me to see if I would continue the legacy that she had started and mark her son's memory. It was important to her to know something so precious to her and her son would continue on, so I made a promise that I would. Um, so then it goes on to say, so the veteran he was killed in action 30 years ago. And while he was an active soldier, he was overseas, and I think he was in Croatia, and it said during his deployment, is Isfeld saw many children with no personal belongings, no toys, and no home. So he asked his mother if she could make toys that he could give out to children as he saw them as he was overseas. Um, so she started making these Izzy dolls. Then he was killed in service, and he had become known. I think they had some kind of a nickname for him, that he was a soldier who, um, something about like big hearts and big smiles, and he would give out these toys to children, and they became, so even though his name is Isfeld, it's spelled differently, so his nickname must have been Izzy, Izzzy, the name of the pattern, and so these dolls became named Izzy dolls after this soldier. So when he was killed, his mother continued making these dolls and then sending them around the world in honor of her son. And then the woman who was interviewed for this article is the woman who's continuing to knit them in the son and his mother's memory. So it says here, nearly 30 years later, it is estimated that about 2 million dolls have been hand stitched and distributed to kids around the world. Last month, roughly 60 dolls were given, um, who will be taking the dolls to children in Ukraine. So, um, it's amazing. It speaks so clearly to Mark's heart and his compassion and his sense of service. So, okay, I can't read any more of that or I'm going to start crying. So, anyways, we are making these Izzy dolls, and just makes my heart so happy that we are doing some charity knitting for this. Um, anyway, what a timely article, right? That we are doing this, and also so that the dolls are yeah. Anyways, so I thought that was just so touching, that hearing the backstory of where these dolls came from and how they got their name. So, um, yeah, and so it just says this year, Isfeld's story, so that the soldiers, being highlighted as part of the Legion's Poppy stories. So, anyways, we are. I know it makes me happy that we're doing a little bit of knitting, and then we are going to share some of that love either to our family as gifts, like to our grandchildren or nieces and nephews or children, or to charity in around our own communities. So, anyways, that's the little backstory on the Izzy dolls. I had no idea any of that. So, Nancy, if you're listening, thank you so much for sharing that story with all of us. So, Izzy dolls. Yeah, so I do have to get around to stuffing mine. Maybe I can not stuff them and they can be Izzy finger puppets. Look at that. There's always a plan B, right? So, okay, so let's see. Oh, Catherine says, okay, I have goosebumps. I know, right? I know. Diane, oh, Sam is here. Hi, Sam. Oh my gosh, Sam says she's got almost 169 dishcloths done. That's awesome. Hi, Carol. Oh, thanks for sharing the story of the Izzy dolls. What excellent timing. I know, with Remembrance Day, right? I know. Mary, well, that just changed my mind about knitting some. I wasn't going to do any, but I know. I know. It's hard. Like, just, it's so touching, isn't it? What is the name of the person who wrote that article? Susanna. Let me look. Do, 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 do. Now, can I find it? I wonder if I can share it in the Fiber Friends group. Okay, the reporter, it's a woman. Her name is Annie Bergeron, Bergeron hyphen Oliver. for CTV National News. So, yeah, I know that was amazing. Oh, Diane, you have to make the matching male doll. I know. Oh, good. I'm glad you will. Oh, Sam just sent me a picture. It's got to be dishcloths. Anyways, I know that just makes me happy and sad all at the same time. Anyways, well, talking about, okay, what else can I show you? My sweater. My sweater. My sweater. My sweater is not started. That is the bottom line of my sweater. You know, my sweater that I'm knitting in the month of November, and it is now 6 days in. But technically, Jocelyn and I are not actually like showing off our finished sweaters until December 7th. So basically, that still gives me a full 30 days. I was going to try to have it actually done by November 30th, but who am I kidding? I'm going to need the Jocelyn, don't tease me. um, I know I'm going to need those that extra like week into December to get it finished. So I will once again show you my beautiful yarn that I have. I think every time I look at this, it makes me smile. I think of like a Cindy Lou Whoville Christmas sweater with all these fun, like Christmas candy colors. So, um, so yes, Jocelyn says Gap's not started yet. Have you started yours? Cheryl started hers. Nikki, have you started yours? Anyways, I will get on track. I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to knit it. I'm going to knit it in pieces, possibly bottom up, but that is oh, Jocelyn, yep, she casts on the next day. Oh, well, good for you. Good for you. I can catch up. I can catch up. I have some vacation days next week. So there is always a chance I can get caught up. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. I know I had two. There was the baby hat night that kind of cut in. That was supposed to been my night to start the sweater and do an Izzy doll. That didn't happen. And then last night I was all set, and something else came up that took a couple hours out of my knitting night. So, what can you do? It's early in the month. There's still lots of time to play catch up, which is, the story of my knitting life. And truly, how exciting would Monday nights be if I came on here and I had knit exactly what I wanted to? That would be so boring. You wouldn't even have to come and show up because you'd know, oh yeah, she said she was knitted, so she did, right? Um, oh, Susanna, did you find the link? Um, oh, okay. So Nikki said when I asked if I asked Nikki if she started hers, she said hubby looked at me and laughed. She's going to try to finish a sweater, not start a brand new one. That works too. Is anybody else here being inspired? Does anybody have a sweater? You could do a vest. You could do a vest, a holiday vest, something. It can be Christmas colors. It could have a Christmas motif on it. It could just be a sweater you're going to wear during the holidays. Like we're any way you can justify a holiday sweater. Um, you can cast one on, you could knit one, and vest count. It's a garment. You can do a vest too. Just have fun knitting with this, or in my case, thinking about knitting it. But whatever brings you joy. I do have to say, looking at this yarn brings me a lot of joy. I love this. So can't wait to get it started. And once it gets started, it's going to be very, very simple. Like there's like most kind of speed knitting, it needs to be pretty simple, like no bust darts. Waist shaping. Nah, probably not. I don't think so. I don't think so on this one. So, yeah, it'll go quick. I know my measurements. I did do my measurements. I know exactly the size I want to make it, and I have my needles sitting like right here. This is my bag of needles to look for an actual needle so I can start gauge swatching. So I'm like this close to getting started. Um, Anne says, how about a vest for an Izzy doll? Well, that's not quite the same thing, Anne, but if you have an Izzy doll that needs a vest, you should cast it on. Possibly Sam. Um, oh, I will have to copy and paste. Okay, I'll see if I can do that, Susanna. Thank you. Mary says you have made 6. Mary, did you just type this just to have me try to pronounce it? She's made 6 something or others. Little dolls, I'm guessing. Friend. Oh, friend of RIR. Friend, am I reading that right, Mary? What is that? Are they like a little doll or a bigger doll? Oh, Diane, you cast on a barley hat by blah 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 blah. Let me start that again. Diane says, cast on barley hat by Tin Can Knits an hour ago. Needed a cleanser knit. Yes, like a pellet cleanser, right? Absolutely. So, the barley hat, what weight is that? Is that a worsted weight, Diane? That'll go pretty quick, right? Mary, 6 friend to friend ponchos in the past week? What? Friend to friend. Oh, Sam, that's not good. Oh, oops, and typing. Oh, okay. So is it supposed to say friend? Oh, friend to friend. I thought you were just trying to make me pronounce some kind of crazy word. Nikki, friend to friend. Oh, our podcasters turned designers. She came up with a poncho pattern. Oh, okay, wonderful. Um, that is fun. And Mary, you have done 6 of them? Holy moly. Friend to friend ponchos. Okay, Susanna knows what you're talking about as well. Awesome. That's great. Diane says I'm doing worsted. There is a light version too, going quick. Fantastic. Oh, and her name, so friend to friend, her name is Leslie. Nice. Okay, well, Mary, if you've done 6 of them, that is amazing. That is amazing. You have been busy. What weight of yarn are they knit in? Oh, that's so much fun. So, do I have anything else that I was going to? I feel like maybe there was something else, but maybe not. Maybe not. That was it. So, Christmas socks, Christmas shawl, now a Christmas hat, a Christmas sweater. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am going to be decked out head to toe in festive knitwear here at some point. At some point. Oh, it's bulky, Mary said. So that's, yeah, so that helps, doesn't it? Knit up super quick. Hi, Dawn. Yay for Christmas. I know, it just is so much fun, isn't it? Yes, I can't wait. Can't wait. I can't wait to get the sweater started. I really want to see these colors knit up. So, yeah, my first step is so tonight when we're done here, Sam, no, I didn't look yet. Um, I want to find a needle to cast on the sweater, 16-inch needle for the hat, finish the Izzy doll that's on the needles. Probably should start today's Izzy doll or knit yesterday's. Hmm. All right. I have no shortage of knitting. I will work on some of those things. And let me see if I can find Sam's picture. Oh, it's another Halloween dishcloth. That's fun, Sam. Look at that, you guys. Another batch. Lovely. Sam, are you going to switch to some Christmas ones soon? I know you had some orders. Some people had ordered some Halloween ones. So are you gonna keep working on those? Are you gonna switch up, do a little Christmas, a little Halloween? Liz, you're too funny. She said I will need a green bodysuit to wear under all that Christmas garb. Yeah. Um, oh, Dawn said that her local radio station switched to all Christmas music today. You know what? I don't think ours is. I think ours will probably on Sunday. Remembrance Day is Saturday, I think. I think, isn't it? I think our station here starts the day after Remembrance Day. So I think it'll be on Sunday. I know. Let me tell you, I am so excited. Yeah, Saturday's the 11th. So I think Sunday the 12th, it'll be full on Christmas. Um, it just makes me so excited to turn the radio on in the car and have the all Christmas radio station on. It is one of the highlights of the year for me, you guys. Have to say that. um, Oh, Nancy says, I was looking up that yarn at Stripes. Did you know that? I assumed it would stripe, which is why I'm thinking long and hard about how I'm going to make it. So everything is going to stripe up. Yes. How did it look? Did you saw pictures? Did you, Nancy, of it knit up? Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. So maybe sometime this week it'll be cast on. Yes. And I have a few days off next week. So I'm hoping that I will have at least a couple of afternoons that I can just sit and do a little bit of knitting and I'll be able to get caught up again. So what about you guys? We've got but we'll chat here for about another 5 minutes or so. What is everybody else working on? I know some people were putting their projects in here. Um, but is anybody close to a finish? I think I think I need to hear that some people are close to a finish so I can absorb some of that finishing energy and carry that with me for the week. And yeah, I know my Izzy dolls. Yeah, I want to do the bunny. I want to do the bunny. And so when the colors that I picked for the bunny and the little girl and little boy doll and the gingerbread people and the snow people. So I'm going to work on those and work on my sweater, work on like a bazillion other things. And then I will come back next Monday and show you how much progress I've got done. Will I have anything finished next week? No. Pretty much guaranteed there will be no finishes next week. But maybe, I mean, I could have some Izzy dolls finished. I will who was that? That was Anne, wasn't it? Who was making the comment about them being stuffed. I will have to make sure I have some stuffed and all finished. So we will see that. So, okay, Nikki says, Louise, that yarn would look amazing knit up. Oh, and Joni's super simple Oh, yes, 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 it would, wouldn't it? Super simple summer sweater. It's easy, quick, and stripe it, but your yarn will stripe anyways. Um, Oh, and you love yours, Nikki? I know. I've seen that. I think Little Red Mitten. I remember they had a sample or two of it knit up in the shop, and yeah, it is really nice. It is really nice. Oh, Liz is working on a second sock. That is so exciting. Oh, was it you, Liz, that did the ribbing? You got adventurous with your ribbing. Did I see that? Susanna, something can take up to 2 to 3 years. What is that? Let me see. Jocelyn says, I'm just finishing up the Endless Summer Adventure shawl for herself. Wonderful. Should be binding it off in about an hour. Yay, Jocelyn. That's so exciting. Dawn finished a pair of mitts this week. Perfect timing because so far, well, I think it's supposed to get chilly again. Today was kind of a nice fall day, but yeah, who are we kidding? The cold days are coming very soon. Sam, you felt on your right shoulder. Oh my goodness. Sam, we're none of us are supposed to be falling. That is like a given around here, right? Are you okay? Or was that you? I saw you said you had an appointment tomorrow. Okay, you'll have to keep us updated. Good, good, good. All right. Well, everybody, that sounds so good. Nikki says, "Oh, you want to make more? I hardly ever want to make a second of the same project." I know, isn't that something? If you want to knit the same project again, like that is the best endorsement for a pattern, isn't it? Nancy just started a cowl. Oh, that's exciting. So, what weight is it? Is it a worsted or is it a chunky? Nikki finished a crochet wrap today. Just need to, oh, seam it tomorrow and steam it. Nice. Well done, Nikki. A finish. Fireside. Oh, you think it's the fireside shell? That actually sounds familiar. Not that I've knitted, but I'm thinking if one of our guild members may have done that. Anyways, that's nice. You'll have to post some pictures. Oh, Diane's finished scarf number 1 and a farewell hat this week. Oh my gosh. You are that is good progress. Um, well, Sam, you'll just have to keep us up to date. Just rest and take care. Diane. Okay, so you and Don are working. Um, oh, so you're doing like the gnome, like the gnome knit along? Is it? You got the Farrell hat done last night. That is exciting. So is that the like Imagine Landscapes gnome pattern? She always has such amazing patterns. Sam, don't be sorry. We just want you to feel better. Oh, the fireside, the crochet shawl. Nikki says it was in the magazine you bought this past fall. Well, that was speedy to like get the magazine, find the pattern, get the yarn, knit it up, crochet it, and be done. That's awesome. Oh, Nancy is in DK wool. That'll be nice and cozy. Oh, Diane, just you and Dawn, you're doing your own little knit along. So does she have one in December? Because somebody was talking about it. So is there one coming up in December? Well, that's fun that you guys are doing it yourselves. One of her older ones, yeah. Well, she's got so many fun ones to pick from. That's exciting. Make no mistake. Oh my God. How many puns can you say? Oh, that's still funny. Um, oh, Don says, but okay, so this is like a pre-warm up. This is a pre-gnome MCAL warm up. I like that. I like that. Um, so Don said that Diane and her have purchased the pattern and the kits for the Imagine Landscape December Cal. Exciting. Oh, so it's not a mystery then. So if you've already purchased, or do you know what it is, or is it a mystery? Aren't hers usually mysteries and you just get little pieces at a time? Anyways, that is so exciting. Nikki, you have spent most of the last 3 days in the hospital. So I have not been well enough to do much else. Well, let's hope you feel better. You and Sam, we can't have you girls under the weather. So yes, hopefully you're feeling a lot better, Nikki. But if you're feeling okay to crochet and you're in the hospital resting, that means no laundry, no cooking. Is there a little bit of an upside to that? Maybe a little bit. Oh, but anyway, I I'm teasing. But anyways, yes, I hope you're feeling better. Are you home now? I hope you're home. Anyways, let's see. Oh, Don says yes. So the Imagine Landscape December gnome is a mystery. That's always fun. It always surprises me with such like a little project, like a gnome, how she can come up with so many variations on the hat and the beard and like the pattern and the cabling and all that kind of thing on just like a tiny little project. It truly just amazes me. Her imagination and what she puts into her patterns is really really fun. Oh, Sam, of course you have amazing friends here. That is, at least half or more the benefit of having a knitting group is the social part of it. Knitting is only a small part of why we are all gathered here, right? Catherine, I just received 12 pounds of wool, what? From Lithuania for a hand knit weighted blanket. What? I'm nervous for this one. I don't even like worsted weight. What? Catherine, all right. We need to cut. Well, let's stay on here just a little bit longer. We need a little more detail. So you just received 12 pounds of wool from Lithuania for a hand knit weighted blanket. Okay, so a weighted blanket. So is it actually going to have like like all the little beady things in it for the weight? And 12 pounds of wool. Wow. So do you have the did it come as a kit? Like you have the pattern? That is so exciting. Okay, I can't wait to get updates on that project. Um, and Nikki says, yes, hubby has been cooking and teenagers doing laundry. Marvel is entertaining me. So there you go. So you are having a little bit of a break, even though that's not the way to get one. Susanna, her schedule is sleep, get up, have breakfast, go to work, have lunch, maybe finish work, go home, have supper, go to bed. Sounds like my day is kind of between Monday and Thursday, Susanna. I know. A lot of us right now are kind of swamped at work, aren't we? Oh, good. Yes. And so Nikki's back home. I am so glad because, yeah, nobody enjoys staying in the hospital. Yes. We need Sam and Nikki to get all better. All right. Well, you guys, we are just over our hour mark here. So, yes, I agree, Liz. Home is so much better than the hospital. Absolutely. Yes. Well, okay, you guys have got all some exciting projects here. The gnomes, the weighted blankets, and um, friend to friend ponchos. Um, yeah, I can't wait to see pictures. You guys post pictures in the Fiber Friends group, and then everybody can see what you're working on, what you've got finished. And I think we will call it a night, everybody. So thank you so much, as always, for voting because it makes Mondays super, super fun to have a little bit of knitting fun to kick off the week. And I'm going to go do some looking for some needles and hopefully now just spend a couple of hours doing a little bit of knitting and I'll see what I can find for Christmas movies because there's one always playing. And I will just get to work here so that I can come back next Monday with some finished Disney dolls, is the plan. So, everybody, have a fantastic week. Get lots of knitting and crocheting done. And we will see you all next Monday night. Bye, everybody.